Hello and welcome to your YouTube homework assignment. You should have with you a pencil, eraser, and the handout that was given to you in class. If you are missing one of these items, please pause the movie now and go get it. In this assignment, we are going to learn how to write major scales with proper notation and write notes. But first, if you have not already done so, put your name in the top left corner. Then write your instrument in the top right corner. The first line of music is an example and shows you what your music should look like in the end. The only difference is that the example is an E major scale and you will be asked to write a different scale. The first thing you need to do is to divide the second staff into 4 equal measures. Do this by drawing a bar line in the middle of the staff, halfway between the middle and the end of the staff, a final double bar line at the end of the staff, and a bar line halfway between the middle and the beginning of the staff. Next you will draw a treble clef or a bass clef at the beginning of the system. This is done by placing your pencil just below the G line. Make a swirl that goes up to the B line, down to the E line, and then back up past the B line. Then go up past the top of the staff and draw a straight line down through the staff and put a hook on the end. Start on the G line, swirl up and then down, go all the way up above the staff, straight down, and add a hook. Start on the F, make a big backward C all the way to the bottom of the staff, and add a dot above and below the F line. After you have drawn your clef, write in the time signature of 4/4. Then write the scale name underneath of the staff. We will first write a C major scale. Remember though, this is C concert, so trumpets and clarinets you will write a capital D. Horns, you write a capital G. Alto saxes, you write a capital A. Trombones, you are a C instrument, so you write a capital C underneath. Then you'll write all the note heads of the major scale. Write just the note heads though, don't worry about accidentals yet, or the stems. We'll get to those in a minute. Now before we move on, trumpets, clarinets, horns, and alto, take a minute to put in all the accidentals that you will need. So that means trumpets and clarinets, you need to put a sharp before every F and C in your scale. Remember, accidentals go in front of notes, not above, underneath, or behind the note, just like in the example up above. Horns, you will need an F sharp. Altos, you are going to need a C sharp, F sharp, and G sharp. Now putting in the stems is easy. Just remember that they go up to the right or down to the left. So if the note head is below the middle line, then the stem will go up. If it's above the middle line, then it will go down. If the note head is on the middle line, then you can choose whether it goes up or down. So your music should look like this right now, except obviously in the appropriate key for your instrument. If it does not look like this, press pause and then press play when you're ready to move on. So next we're going to learn how to do a quarter note rest. First, on the back side of your paper, draw a Z, and then underneath of the Z, draw a C. And that's your quarter note rest. Now do that on the last beat of the last measure of the scale that you wrote. So I do want to just take a second to apologize for my sloppiness in writing. I'm not used to writing with a computer program, so it's kind of messy. I hope that yours looks a lot better than mine does. And I also want to apologize for any noises in the background. That's my daughter saying hi. Um, so now that we've written C major, we're going to go ahead and write our E flat major scale. But this time, rather than writing in accidentals, we are going to write a key signature. So if you need help knowing what your key signature is for E flat major, you can turn to page 28 in your blue book, or I could just tell you right now. Trumpets and clarinets, you will be starting on an F. French horns, you will be starting on a B flat. Saxophones, you will be starting on a C. And of course, trombones, you will be starting on E flat. Now it's really easy to know how many flats you will have in your key signature if you know the order of the flats that we went over in class the other day. It's B flat, E flat, A flat, D flat, G flat, C flat. Bob eats apples during gym class. Now this is what it looks like on the staff in the treble clef and bass clef. B flat, E flat, A flat, D flat, G flat, C flat. And now the bass clef. B flat, E flat, A flat, D flat, G flat, C flat. So to figure out the key signature, all you do is find the note that you start on and then find the flat after. And that's how many flats are in your key signature. So if my starting note is A flat, then I go to the flat after, which is D flat, and that means I have 4 flats in my key signature. So B flat, E flat, A flat, and D flat. Now, if I had my starting note as B flat, how many flats would be in my key signature? If you said 2 flats, then you're correct. B flat and E flat. Now, there is one anomaly. F major has 1 flat. So you'll just have to remember that. Now, go down to the next staff. Go ahead and draw your treble or bass clef. Write your starting note underneath of the staff. Write in your key signature and then your time signature. Draw in the bar lines with the double bar line at the end. And fill in all the notes of a concert E flat major scale. Put all the stems the right way. And then put in the final quarter note rest at the end of the 4 bars.